Be me. 26, communications grad, living in a cheap upstairs apartment I pretend is charming. Moved here after college because it was what I could afford, still stuck. Grew up hating the way men said, "That's not for you," about anything with weight or risk. Uncles with beer bellies joking about girl hands every time Dad fixed something at home, he'd smirk like I couldn't. Never forgot that. One evening after work, just zoning out at the kitchen table, ready to enjoy my week off, when suddenly the ceiling makes this faint tapping sound, like it's clearing its throat. I look up, see water dripping slow, right onto the light bulb. Quickly grab a mixing bowl, stick it under there, watch it plink like a metronome. Bruh, you're joking. Is the roof leaking? Call the landlord. He actually shows up, nice enough guy, late 30s, steady voice, stands on a chair, pokes the bubbling paint with a screwdriver. Water seeps out in a thin line, drips speeding up into the bowl. He frowns, wipes the tip on a rag. "Roof is busy, end of the week," he says. "Just hang tight, it'll hold." I fold my arms, annoyed. It doesn't even look that bad. You could just cover it with tarp or something, and it'd be fine. Say it smug, like I just solved the mystery of roofs. He gives me that small head tilt, patient but firm. Not how it works. Best to let the professionals handle it. They're the ones who'll risk being on the roof, so you don't have to. I laugh under my breath. Risk? It's a roof, not Mount Everest. Later that night, the bulb finally pops, sparks, room goes black, water hissing down the side of the glass. I pull the blinds, annoyed at the world, and spot across the courtyard roofing crew on another building. Tar buckets lined up. They're just sitting in the shade, passing around water bottles. I feel my jaw clench. Seriously? That's the job? Sitting around? In my head, I hear my uncles laughing about girl hands. My dad smirk when he fixed something I wasn't allowed to touch. Men act like roofing is some heroic thing when half the time they're on break. This thought pops up, uninvited but loud. Why aren't there all-women roofing teams? Wouldn't that be empowering as hell? Imagine a whole squad of homegirls in high-vis rolling up to fix roofs, proving it's not a man thing at all. Me joining would basically be step one, doing it for all of us. Wake up the next morning mean with determination. Was supposed to spend my week off self-care doom scrolling, but this feels better. Rent due in a week. Fridge holding more air than food. If I can make cash and fix the roof, 2 birds, 1 ladder. The picture in my head gets so clear it doesn't feel like an idea anymore. It feels like a calendar invite I already accepted. Phone buzzes. "Mum, your uncle's swinging by Thursday to pick up my old drill from your place." Stomach tightens. If he sees the drip, he'll do the whole "step aside, I'll handle it" routine. I want the opposite. Him walking in and me saying, "Already fixed it." Not just a roof anymore, it's a headline I want to hand him. Open Craigslist on my laptop, scrolling past dog walkers, used couches, someone selling a treadmill with slight smell issue. Then I see it. Roof crew helper, cash daily. Short post, no frills, just an address and a number. On my pulse kicks. Borrowed steel toes from my neighbor are half a size too big. Roommate eyes them, then me. 2 days on a crew and you're ready to be YouTube roofing queen? I lace tighter. Grin wider. Watch. Blister forms on my heel, just hearing myself say it. Call the number, guy picks up on the second ring. Voice is gravelly, steady, like if a cigarette could talk. No small talk, just, "You got boots?" "Yeah." Borrowed, but whatever. "Be at the yard 7 a.m. We'll train you." Click. Simple, cold, exactly what I wanted. No hand-holding. Next morning, I show up. Yard behind a supply warehouse, dust hanging in the air. Pallets of shingles stacked taller than me. Crew scattered, smoking, stretching, like soldiers waiting for orders. Foreman in a sun-bleached cap steps forward, eyes quick but not unkind, hands me a harness without ceremony. "Clip in. Listen, do not improvise. I sling it on like an accessory, grin like it's obvious I won't need saving." The guys notice me. Tattooed arms, one with half an ear missing, maybe from a fight or a machine. Hard to tell. They smirk, elbow each other. Not cruel, just curious. One says, "Didn't expect a lady up here today." Half flirting, half test. I sip from the water they hand me like I own the place. "Get used to it," I fire back, smiling sharp. They laugh, not mocking, surprised, maybe impressed. I decide not to learn their names. I'm here to become a better roofer than them in just a few days. Day 1. Show up thinking this'll be like CrossFit with a paycheck. First hour is just ripping old shingles off with this flat shovel thing. Feels easy at first, until I realize they're nailed down like someone wanted them to last a century. Every pry is a fight. Nails squeal out like they're mad to leave. Sun climbs higher, roof turns into a skillet. Sweat stings my eyes, shirt glued to me. Holy shit, I didn't think it'd be this hot up here. My arms go from warm-up to why are you doing this in about 15 minutes? Foreman glances over, calm as a priest. Pace it. Roof's bigger than your ego? I laugh too loud. Pretend I'm fine, nails slipping out of my grip. By lunch, my hands buzz even when empty. Pretend that's muscle memory kicking in, not my body waving a white flag. After break, they start showing me basics. Lining things up, snapping chalk like it's some secret trick. One of them hands me a nail gun. I fire it once, and the kickback smacks my thumb. He doesn't laugh, just slides me an extra pair of gloves. Try again. The kindness actually pisses me off more than mockery would've. They're supposed to think I can't do this, not make me feel included. Afternoon is hauling bundles. Each one feels like carrying a sack of wet concrete up a ladder. Halfway up, I sound like a vacuum dying. Top guy takes it from me, easy, no sigh, no eye roll. Good. Don't rush the awkward part, he says. I want to hate him for being right, but he says it so casually, it lands like advice instead of brag. Go home with bruises on my palms and smugness only halfway intact. On the way down, half-ear guy falls in step with me at the truck. First day's the noisiest, he says, like a weather report. Wasn't that bad? I lie, trying to keep my arms from visibly shaking. He smiles. Hurts worse tomorrow? Like love, but with nails, I laugh, even though I don't want to. Why the ear? I ask before my filter catches up. Not roofing, he says. Motorcycle, and a bad idea. We stand there a second, two idiots with different helmets. He tips his bottle toward the ladder. See you at 7? Yeah, I say, and hear how proud I make the word sound, like I just signed a treaty. Day 2, new site, steeper roof, no shade at all. Clip into the rope, act like it's jewelry, not a lifeline. They give me ridge caps to cut, straight line, simple enough. I overthink, slice wrong, ruin 3 in a row. One of the guys stacks my rejects, shrugs. They'll live. They're too damn nice. Ruins the whole narrative in my head. I pause at one point, wipe sweat off my forehead, try to joke it off. Thought this was supposed to be easier. I've seen roofers across the street just sitting around half the day. Tattoo guy looks at me, smirks. That's after a 10-hour shift. You saw halftime, not kickoff. Another adds, sitting's not rest. It's survival. My laugh dies halfway out, because the logic sticks. Later I mess up again, put a nail through flashing. Foreman replaces it, calm. Holes are promises to future leaks. We don't make promises we can't keep, his eyes say teacher, not critic. My cheeks burn hotter than the roof. Break is quiet. They share an orange, pass me a slice without asking. I notice their hands, thick calluses, skin like leather maps. Sip warm water, whisper to myself, am I even built for this? Answer comes back, today I have to be. I look at their hands again, blurt out, wait, do you guys seriously do this every day? Like, 5-6 days a week? Tattoo guy chuckles, 6 if we're lucky. 7 if there's storms. Another shrugs, it's just work. I laugh, brush it off like it's nothing, but inside, I can't imagine surviving 2 days in a row of this without crying. Afternoon wind kicks up, nail coil skitters toward the edge. I lunge, slip, rope yanks me hard in the ribs. Foreman doesn't yell. That's why you clip, he says, steady, like narrating a nature doc. Here we see the rookie almost discover gravity. I laugh too loudly, because not laughing would mean crying. Day 3. Show up early, like that proves anything. Foreman waves me off the ladder, points to the ground crew. Dump runs, magnet sweep. You'll learn more watching feels like a demotion. Probably, actually mercy. I do it anyway, arms burning as I haul scraps to the dumpster. When I pause for water, I glance up and ask, so say your roof just had a little leak, like one spot, how would you fix it? He doesn't even look down, just keeps working while he answers. Strip the bad shingles, lap fresh underlayment downhill, seal the vent, make sure water's got a clean path out. Simple, flat, like he was reading the back of a cereal box. I nod fast, hiding the grin creeping up my face. That's it? Swap a few shingles and point the water downhill? Sounds like a Home Depot afternoon. Not a big deal. I watch them move above me, nailers in rhythm, chalk lines snapping straight. No wasted words, no drama, just competence. My pride whispers back, if they can do it this calm, then I definitely can. Clouds roll in mid-afternoon, sky looking heavier by the minute. Foreman scans the horizon and calls it. Bad day for experiments. Pack up, I nod. Play along, but inside my head another voice is louder. Perfect day for mine. Home before the rain. Borrow neighbor's extension ladder, bribe him with gas station brownies. Grab a bucket of cold patch, peel and stick flashing, and a box of nails that looked roofing enough. Roommate leans out the door, arms crossed. This seems like a plan? It's a patch, I tell her, word rolling off my tongue like it's sacred. She sighs, grabs the ladder. Fine. But if you invent gravity, I'm calling an ambulance. On the roof, I find the leak, soft bubble near the vent. Peel one shingle back, oops, now 3. Black paper underneath rips like tissue. I slap flashing down the wrong way. Rip, try again. It sticks to itself like clingy tape. Hammer a couple nails just to hear the sound of working. Vent boot looks cracked, so I smear cold patch like it's cake frosting. Thick, messy, everywhere. Tar even kisses my wristwatch. Raindrop. 2, 10. Wrap it up, roommate yells, panicked. I smear more like that's good luck, which is not a thing. Climb down, proudish, tar up to my elbows. 5 minutes later, the ceiling groans like it's alive. Paint bubbles, dark stain spreads, mixing bowl fills in 60 seconds, overflows. Towels, I yell, running in circles. Water streams across, counter, toaster, mail, rug, breaker pops, lights die. Downstairs, neighbor bangs the ceiling with a broom. Hey, you're leaking. Roommate slips, catches herself, hair plastered to her face. We're chasing water with bowls like we're in a carnival game with no prize. Across the courtyard, the neighbor on 3B slides her balcony door, phone already up. Oh my god, are you guys okay? She calls, recording more than asking. Water chooses a path down the cabinet, onto my shoes, like it read the script and hates me. We're fine, I shout. Clearly not fine. Hair stuck to my face, bowls sloshing like a toddler pool. 3B says, I think I saw you on a roof earlier, which hurts more than the leak. Roommate yells back, we're handling it, and mouths to me, we are not handling it. The neighbor retreats, still filming. Somewhere in the building, a door laughs. My cheeks burn so hot, it feels like the ceiling is blushing with me. I want to cry but can't, because it'll show men defeated me. Door slams open, landlord rushes in with a towel over his shoulder like he's Baywatch. Sees the ladder prints in the stairwell, the chaos inside. Did you go up there? I try yes and no at the same time, land on shrug. He doesn't yell, doesn't scold, just pulls out his phone, dials. Emergency call out, yeah, the same crew as last time if you've got 'em. My stomach drops. Of course it's them. 20 minutes later, there they are. Tattoo guy, half-ear guy, foreman in his sun-bleached cap. The men I tried to beat standing in my kitchen, laying tarps around my shame. One shuts the water off, another disappears into the crawl space with a headlamp like a roof ferret. Foreman climbs up my ladder in the rain. I follow because apparently humiliation works better with an audience. He pauses halfway up, looks back down at me, rain dripping off his cap. Are you serious? He says, half disbelief, half disappointment. Didn't we already show you how this works? Why didn't you just ask? My mouth opens, closes. No excuse sounds less pathetic than silence. So I just follow, pretending the rain hides my face. He peels back my patch, once, twice, rain dripping off his cap, points with 2 fingers. You made a little pond. Water doesn't run uphill for you. It rides the seam you gave it. My throat tightens. He taps the tar I smeared like frosting. And this? Makeup on a broken bone. I mumble, I saw a video. And instantly wish I hadn't. He doesn't laugh. Worse, he just nods once, like that explains everything. Downstairs, neighbor storms up in wet socks, waving a dish towel like a flag. It came through my bathroom fan. I spit apologies faster than the leak itself. She glances at my tar-stained hands, eyes wide. Were you roofing? Briefly. She bursts out laughing, then softens. Just don't die up there. Roommate hands her dry socks like peace offering. Invoice time. Foreman appears with clipboard like the moon rising. Inevitable. Number is higher than my pride, smaller than a car. Landlord covers most. I get a slice labeled tenant caused aggravation. Sign it with hands still shaking. Foreman tears off my copy, hands it over, pauses. Next time, if it looks wrong, call. Don't improvise. A ghost of a smile, kind but final. I nod like a kid who found out the stove really does burn. Later, my roommate posts a picture of 8 bowls lined up like a percussion set. Group chat goes wild. Ashley, no. Someone else, girl, you turned your kitchen into Niagara Falls. Another, bro, that's not roofing, that's indoor plumbing. I put my phone face down because I can't survive my own friends tonight. That night, lights back on, apartment damp, rug drying on the shower rod like a flag of defeat. Landlord texts, roofer still coming Friday. Don't go up again, I reply. I won't. Delete. Probably. Hit send. Mom calls, asks about my week off. I tell her the quick version. She pauses, then laughs softly. Your dad fell through a porch once, never bragged about it again. The kind of story folded into another story. Next morning, there's a knock. Uncle, right on schedule, Mum's drill case under his arm. He steps in, sniffs the damp, clocks the bowls and the towel pyramid. You alright, kiddo? I talk fast. Minor situation. Professionals handled it last night. His eyes drop to the tar bracelets on my wrists. You went up there? Briefly. He half smiles, not unkind. Want me to take a look? Corner laugh from me. No need. Roofers fixed the path. I'm just ventilating. He nods, sets the drill down, taps the fridge magnet from the company. Smart call. No gloat, which somehow stings worse. On his way out, he flicks a bowl with a knuckle. Plink. Proud you tried. Pride's expensive, though door shuts. I wish the floor would swallow me and the bowl at the same time. Friday, the crew returns, this time official. I hear the steady tap-tap peeved overhead, the sound I tried to steal and couldn't. No drama, no bowls, just a roof doing its job again. Landlord knocks, thanks me for not dying, hands me their fridge magnet like it's a participation trophy. Call them next time, he says. I will, I answer, meaning it this time. That night, I pull the harness out of the bag where I'd stuffed it. Lay it on the table, it looks like a question. My palms ache like an answer. Not you, not today. I scrub tar off my watch, count the tiny cuts I earned trying to be a headline. Do I still hate when men say, that's not for you? Yes. Do I think roofing is easy? It should be, if people actually modernized it. Did the crew treat me badly? Number. Did they save me 3 separate times without turning it into a sermon? Yeah, but only because investors probably make them act polite or whatever. In the end, it's simple. Water runs downhill. Roofs are just arguments with water. And honestly, the only reason men act like it's noble is because they've convinced everyone it's complicated. I thought I could skip to the ending and shame the genre. Instead, I got stuck playing the clown in their show. Roommate clinks her glass to mine over pizza on the floor. To gravity, she says. I force a laugh, raise my slice like a toast. To bad materials and a broken system, I add. Ceiling above us steady, smug in its silence. Deep down, I know what really happened, but I'll spin it differently tomorrow if anyone asks, because it's easier to say the game is rigged than admit I wasn't built for this one.